What's good, everybody, man? This is CDK with Sports Talk Network. You know what I'm saying? Sports Talk Network, we doing our thing. Uh, I've been under the weather. I was sick, but I'm back now, and man, I'm finna get into it, man. Last night we had some fights. We had the NBA dunk contest. Shout out to Mac McClung. Mac McClung is the first man to repeat. Now, I don't think he's actually an NBA player. He's in the G League, but I gotta give him credit, man. This guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, white man can't jump. Matt McClung is 6'2", man, and 3 years in a row he's came out there and done his thing. Now, a lot of people love to say that Vince Carter is the greatest dunker of all time. But I'm going to say this right here. Vince Carter is one of my favorite players, one of my favorite dunkers in game. I think he's one of the greatest in game dunkers, if not the best ever in game. But to me, I'm going to say this. There was a man that got robbed twice in the dunk contest. He goes by the name of Aaron Gordon. I think Aaron Gordon is the best dunker I have ever seen in the dunk contest. Those dunks that Aaron Gordon done for, man, those 2 years, man, were ridiculous. So anytime I think about the dunk contest, I equate that with Aaron Gordon, and Aaron Gordon is doing his thing. Now, we got the All-Star game today. I don't know how that's going to look. You know what I'm saying? They try to change it up a little bit because the All-Star game hasn't been getting the same ratings it used to, just like the Pro Bowl. People are not really playing for anything. When it comes to Major League Baseball, their All-Star game means something. But basketball and football, they're going to have to change it up if they want to get the views. The ratings in basketball is down right now, as we know. So we're going to see how that plays out, man. We definitely going to see how it plays out today. But shout out to Mac McClung one more time. Like I said, Mac McClung took care of business. Now, let's get into it, man. BLK Prime. BLK Prime is the most ghetto network I have ever seen. I gotta say what it is, man. BLK Prime didn't show me anything last night. It looked like they were fighting in a shed. It looked like the light bill hadn't got paid. Man, the fight was subpar, and I'm scared to see what BLK Prime does next. I know Deontay Wilder's gonna be fighting on BLK Prime, but like I said, man, them folks, BLK Prime had them folks in the shed. Looked like the light bill hadn't got paid. Looked like the air conditioner had tape around it. Man, it was a bad situation last night. It took forever to get the fight started. You know what I'm saying? They had us on standby forever, and it was just ridiculous, man. I don't really. It was $5.99 for BLK Prime. I don't think I'll ever watch BLK Prime again. You know what I'm saying? Definitely won't be anytime soon. I will, support anything that Deontay Wilder does. But BLK Prime is not my cup of tea or my cup of coffee at that. So I definitely got to say, man, enough with the BLK Prime. That'll probably be the first and last time that they get any of my money. I went on last night, man. I subscribed, paid the $5.99, and then I unsubscribed right behind it. I don't plan on watching BLK Prime again. And I just got to say that. Let's get into it, man. Big baby Jared Anderson. We know he had a fight this past weekend with Marios Colios. I think I'm saying his name right. But Big Baby Anderson, man, for a long time now, people have been saying he's next. He's the future of American heavyweights. Big Baby doesn't have any get up about himself. He came in the ring at 256 pounds. And Big Baby, man, to me, I've always thought that Big Baby was just an average fighter at best. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I've always said that when he ran into the bigger and better heavyweights, he would struggle. And that's what we're seeing now. Big Baby, I don't think Big Baby will ever be a world champion. I'm just going to be real. I can't see Big Baby being able to beat Daniel or even Joseph Parker or any of those guys, man. There's the elite level fighters at the top right now. Big Baby couldn't beat right now. He couldn't beat Anthony Joshua. He couldn't beat Andy Ruiz. He couldn't beat the real Big Baby. I'm getting the other Big Baby, the real Big Baby now. He couldn't beat him, man. He couldn't beat Jared Miller. He couldn't beat him, man. Big Baby, man. I don't even know if his heart is with boxing. But it seems like Big Baby doesn't want to be in the ring anymore. It seems like he's just doing it, man, because he wants a paycheck. And when you're doing boxing because you just want a paycheck and your heart's not into it, that's a dangerous thing. So I think it's time for Big Baby to get a reality check and to figure out what he really wants to do. Because right now, boxing is not his thing, man. And I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's definitely how I'm feeling when it comes to Big Baby, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. If you don't want to be in the ring, Big Baby, man, stop tricking us. Stop getting our hard-earned dollar. I don't want to see you in there. Or you're getting free money. I don't think Bob Earn's gonna stick around too much longer with you. I don't see how this thing works out. One thing about Bob Arum, his patience is real thin. He's up in age, man, but I can understand that. Why keep on giving you opportunity after opportunity when you're not really taking advantage of it? So you know what I'm saying? What I'm seeing right now from Big Baby, it just isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are really, you know what I'm saying, feeling the same way I feel about Big Baby. Now, Honor Barbosa and Jack Catterall, a fight that I took Honor Barbosa this weekend. He came through and clutch for me, won me some money. You know what I'm saying? He was the underdog in that fight. He was plus, I forgot what it was, might have been plus 260 or something like that. But he took care of business, man. He's at that 135 pound, 140-pound weight limit. And I don't know what's next for him. But Honor Barbosa, man, is a pretty good fighter. He has a good trainer. And I just want to see him continue to strive. Jack Catterall, maybe it might be time to hang it up for him. You know what I'm saying? He always starting slow. His fight seem to always be the same. I've never been a real big fan of Jack Catterall. I'm gonna say that right there, and I'm gonna keep it real. But there's some real things I want to get into. You know, we know that Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin are no longer with you know, Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, here's what I say with that. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I seen Coach Kenny come on Mill City and say, there's some things going on behind the scenes. You're never gonna get the real from Coach Kenny when it comes to that. Coach Kenny has, you know what I'm saying, had a lot to say, especially, you know what I'm saying, I feel like for a long time now, Coach Kenny has really been Gervonta Tank Davis protector. When you hear him talking about Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, he'll never want to give them folks his credit. Now, I want y'all to see the play, man. This is the play. Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is a really, really talented fighter. One of my favorite fighters, young fighter. He does his thing. But here's the problem. Every time Coach Kenny goes anywhere, he tries to throw it out there and say, hey, Abdullah Mason is the second best behind Tank at 135 pounds. You know why they want y'all to believe that, right? They're looking, and to me it seems like I could be wrong, but I feel like they're trying to make the play because when Tank ducks Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis and decides to fight Abdullah Mason, they want y'all to feel like that, man, Tank is actually fighting the second best fighter at 135 pounds. Listen, Abdullah Mason is real good, but he isn't better than Keyshawn Davis right now or Shakur Stevenson. We all know that, man. Abdullah Mason might have trouble right now with, I'm gonna say, Camille Moten or either Floyd Schofield, who Shakur Stevenson is getting ready to fight. Those would be real tough fights for you know what I'm saying, for Abdullah Mason. So I'm tired of hearing that. I don't know what Tank gonna do next. Who knows? Tank is talking about retirement. That's possible, but if he does retire, you know what I'm saying, good riddance. Nice career for what you did do. Hall of Famer in my mind, no. But hey, Tank gonna do what Tank gonna do. I just feel like, man, that we got to stop allowing people to say anything they want to say. And that's why I'll be wishing, man, sometimes that I could be in these interviews or get on there when these people are talking and say what I want to say. If you like Abdullah Mason, you know what I'm saying? I like Abdullah Mason. I think Abdullah Mason is going to be a real good talent. But when you hear Coach Kenny come out and say he's the second best fighter at 135 pounds, we know that not to be true. We know Abdullah Mason needs more work. He's not a finished product yet. There are plenty of things that Abdullah Mason could work on to get better. And I see a lot of, not a lot of holes in his game, but I do see holes and things that he needs to work on. I feel like at times he gets real offensive minded and kind of leaves his defense behind. That's why he got set on his pockets last time he fought. But just keep saying that he's better. And I'm telling y'all, the play is in effect. You can look for Tank maybe to call out Abdullah Mason next. And I can see Tank fighting Abdullah Mason next. And I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Tank take advantage of a young guy who's not ready. But they put him in there because it's a big payday and opportunity to feed his family. And I think that's what's going to happen, man. Keyshawn Davis, man, we just seen what he done to Berinacek. Keyshawn Davis is the truth. He's for real. All this talking about him and fighting, and what's his name, the guy that he lost to in the Olympics, man. Listen, Keyshawn Davis don't need to prove nothing to nobody. He's proven every day, man, and he's a world champion now. He's a world champion. You got to respect that. I don't never heard people asking these other fighters to go back and get lick back. So why ask him? You know what I'm saying? This is the pros now, and he's doing what he should be doing, and I respect it, man. I'm a big fan of Keyshawn Davis. I think Keyshawn Davis is a special fighter, and I think Keyshawn Davis is going to cause a lot of trouble. Now, people keep saying, hey, Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson not going to never fight. I don't believe that to be true. I have a feeling that Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight Shakur Stevenson right now. I believe if you put a contract in front of Keyshawn Davis right now, with Shakur Stevens' name on there, he would sign it. I'm talking about and sign it fast. Keyshawn Davis, man, he has a lot to prove. I think he's one of those friends, man. The one thing that Coach Kenny said that I agree with, Keyshawn Davis is the type of person you can't let him ride in your back seat. You can't let him ride in your back seat because he'll hit you upside your head. And if he gets the opportunity to hit Shakur Stevens upside his head, that's just what he's gonna do. And I can't be mad at him. This is boxing, man. They say, when you're in boxing, it's really not good to make friends with people in the same weight class with you because you never know when you're going to have to take the opportunity to fight those people. And that's what I see with Keyshawn Davis, man. I think him and Shakur Stevenson are going to fight. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, man. Have y'all look at Shakur hands, man. But Shakur hands, you know what I'm saying, they really are messed up. People have said everything. The man, you know what I'm saying, he was running in that De La Santos fight. He did this, he did that. Now everything that that Shakur Stevenson has been saying, my fault. Shakur Stevenson hands is really messed up. If I did say Keyshawn Davis, everything we've seen, Shakur Stevenson say about his hands, man, being injured, they're injured, man. They look bad. His hands, the scar tissue. When you look at his fist, it's real swole. I think he should have waited a little longer, but he knows best, and his team knows best. And I'm just hoping, man, that he's able to go out there and to perform the way that we know Shakur Stevenson can. Because I want him to go out there, man, and really put on a great performance against Floyd Schofield. I think Floyd Schofield, like I say all the time, is a young talent, a young, real good fighter. And shout out to him for taking this fight. But there are levels to this. And we're going to be able to see just how good, man, Shakur Stevenson is if he goes out there, man, and is able to let his hands go a little bit. I think he's going to put a lot of pressure on Floyd Schofield. I think because of everything people are saying, he's going to go out there and he got something to prove, and he's going to go out there and prove it. I don't think that Floyd Schofield wins any more than a round or two in this fight. I think he gets dominated, and I think, man, that people are going to realize, man, then, hey, Shakur Stevenson might just be the best at 135 pounds. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but hey, I got him and Tank, and it's just like this, and it's back and forth. Some days I feel like it's Tank, some days I feel like it's Shakur. But I need to see, you know what I'm saying, how these next two fights play out with both of them. And I got Keyshawn Davis right up under them. To me, at 135 pounds, those are the three best fighters. Tank, Shakur, and Keyshawn. They are the three best. If Shakur and Keyshawn were to fight right now, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know if I could favor anybody over Keyshawn right now at 135 pounds. I think whoever Keyshawn fight, he's in a 50-50 fight. I think that Keyshawn Davis is that good that if he fights the top two guys, that we think are the top two, I think it's a 50-50 fight, and you just can't say knowingly that Keyshawn Davis will lose, man. Bomac says that he goes out there and he beats Tank. You know what I'm saying? And that's his team. I've heard Bernie said, we've heard Terrence Bud Crawford said. I think Clarissa Shields gave the most honest and true statement when she said, they asked her, and she kind of to me was leaning towards Tank. When she basically said, hey, man, Tank is Tank. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to go out there and dominate Tank. I do think that if Tank had to choose between the two, he would probably choose Keyshawn because he knows Keyshawn's going to be more there to get hit. He's going to stand in front of you a little more than Shakur. He's not going to do all that movement. And Keyshawn is a boxer puncher, and Tank favors boxer punches. So, I could see Tank choosing to fight Keyshawn before he fought Shakur Stevenson. Now, we know Shakur Stevenson has been in line a lot longer, but, at the end of the day, man, this is how it plays out. Keyshawn's going to jump line, I believe. But like I tell y'all, the play is in effect. That's why you keep hearing Coach Kenny talking about Abdullah Mason is the second best at 135 pounds. I have a feeling, you know what I'm saying, though, prepare to be amazed as Errol Spence, the boxing prodigy, pushes the boundaries of human potential. Who are you? Violent Thor. Okay, I don't know what that is. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, he has to do something big, nigga. He's not going to retire. He's going to have to fight either, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to see him get in there with a Shakur or with a Keyshawn Davis, man. We need to see this fight. You know what I'm saying? We need to see it. And I wouldn't be, mad if Keyshawn Davis did decide to fight Andy Cruz next. Just to prove a point and just to shut people up. If you go back and watch those fights, you know what I'm saying? If you go back and watch those fights, Keyshawn Davis and Andy Cruz had some real good amateur fights. You know what I'm saying? And you say my guy Errol Spence making a comeback. Shout out to Errol Spence. If anybody knows me, they know that Errol Spence was at the time my favorite fighter. I love with Errol Spence. But I think it's time for Errol Spence to call it a day. And the reason I say that is Errol Spence has been out the ring a long time. And we know what happened with Earl Spence, the car wrecks and the injuries and everything else. And I just don't want to see Earl Spence get in there and get himself hurt. They're talking about fighting Laura next. I think that would be at 160 at 160 pounds. That's a tough fight. Laura is a tough out for anybody. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'll keep saying it, and people might think I'm crazy. I favor Laura over Bud. I favor Laura over Spence. I'm just keeping it real. I think Laura beats both of those guys at 160 pounds. I think you know what I'm saying, that he's that good. I don't know nothing about no Neuralink implant or any of that stuff right there. So I don't know what that is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Violent Thor is talking about, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, from a boxing standpoint, it's time for Earl Spence to call it a day. Time to move on, you know what I'm saying? But from what I heard, he signed $100 million Creek fight deal. And if you sign that type of deal, folks, it's hard for anybody to walk away. I'm not walking away from $100 million. I can't, and I will not walk away from $100 million. You know what I'm saying? $100 million is a lot of money, and hey, maybe Earl can get 3 fights and do his thing, get out there, you know what I'm saying, and be successful again, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? I just feel like Earl should call it a day. You know what I'm saying? If Earl does decide to get in there, they need to be careful who they put Earl in there with. And then also, Earl's moving up to 160 pounds. Get your feet wet first. Do not throw him in the ring with Laura, man, at 160 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? Do not throw him in there with Laura, because listen, this is the reason. Laura has been in 160 pounds. 1 second, y'all. Laura's been in 160 pounds. He's been fighting her. He's a good fighter. Oh yeah, uh we definitely need to see Benavidez and Canelo, but you too. But I'm not too much concerned with Benavidez and Canelo anymore, folks. Benavidez has moved up and he's moved on. Benavidez has moved on with his life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with what Benavidez got going on. I don't need to see Benavidez and Canelo anymore. Canelo's at 168 pounds and Benavidez has moved up at 175. Man, BBO, salute my brother. Love you, my brother. Love you, my brother. Uh, I've been talking about the dunk contest. I've been talking about, you know what I'm saying, touching on everything. Like I told this Sport Talk Network now. So I'm able to talk about everything, not just boxing. But I just want to get y'all opinion on something and tell me if I'm right or wrong, you know what I'm saying, the honest opinion of this. Uh, Coach Kenny, I heard him on Mill City. And this is where I think the play coming into effect, y'all. Coach Kenny continues to say, now, every time he talks, that Abdullah Mason is the second best fighter at 135 pounds. Me, myself, personally, I don't think Abdullah Mason is the second best fighter at 135 pounds behind Tank. But they keep throwing it out there, and I wonder if this is a play so Tank can skip fighting, you know what I'm saying, Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson, and take on the younger talent in Abdullah Mason. And I got a feeling, man, that that's what's going on, and I really don't want to see that. Like I said, I don't want to see Tank, you know what I'm saying, skip Shakur and skip Keyshawn, and then they hollering Abdullah Mason is the second best fighter at 135 pounds, and he fights him. You know, a lot of the Tank fans, if it does happen, we know how Tank fans are. They're gonna say Abdullah Mason he's better than Shakur, he's better than Keyshawn. I don't believe that, and I know right now Abdullah Mason still needs work. I think Abdullah Mason, he's gonna be great. I like him. He's a future world champion. You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? Hey, Market Dan, what's good? I was talking about Mill City, man, talking about that Abdullah Mason is the not Mill City, but Coach Kenny saying Abdullah Mason is the second best talent at 135 pounds. I feel like that's the play. I feel like, man, they've been saying this for a minute. I feel like they're leaning towards Abdullah Mason and skipping over Keyshawn and Shakur. And I truly hope that don't happen. For the sake of you know, Abdullah Mason. I don't want to see this young man getting over Tank lose. You know what I'm saying? Let him get a real step up. He's stepping up every time in competition, but let him get one more step up fight. Let him get his feet wet. There's so much that he could do, and let's see what he is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? That would make zero sense. I agree with you, Market Dan, but they keep saying it. If you go check out the Mill City interview with Coach Coach Kenny has said this 3 or 4 times now that Abdullah Mason is the second best talent at 135. And I'm looking like, hey, is he hating on these guys or is he just saying this? You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn versus Tank is the fight. And I'm gonna tell you why I think he takes that fight. The reason I think Tank leans towards Keyshawn is a boxer puncher. He's not gonna move around the ring as much as you know what I'm saying, Shakur Stevenson. He's not gonna be hard to find, and I think there will be a much better, it would be a more fan friendly fight. The fans will love that fight, man. Keyshawn versus Tank. Pride, you said amazing team. I wouldn't feed him to Tank. No, I wouldn't either, because that's just what you're doing. If you put Mason in there with Tank right now, all you're doing is feeding that young kid to him, and it's for the purpose basically of feeding his family and being the breadwinner and all that. And I think his dad might be his trainer, whoever his trainer is. I don't know who his trainer is. I would love to know who his trainer is. I don't know if it's his dad or what. I know his brothers fight as well, but I don't want to see them make the mistake, man, of doing it for money, becoming a millionaire. Because we know if he fights Tank, he's gonna become a millionaire overnight. But hey, is it worth it? And man, I gotta say this one more time, y'all. I would never ever in my life. JG, what's good, my brother? What's good down there in Dixie, man? How y'all doing? How the family down there? Marky Dane, he said, if Keyshawn win that fight, Bob gonna start pushing him like Sugar Ray Leonard. We're gonna see Keyshawn and Dr. Pepper commercial. Hey man, real talk. Bob Arum got a real live special talent on his hand. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis is special, man. The guy's special. We've been talking about he was on the Cups and we didn't know if he was special. My guy Crush said he needed to see a little more. Well, we just seen a little more, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the title on him and say he's special. And I think Keyshawn proved that, man. He made easy work, man. Easy work of it. And Barincek came in there to survive. He didn't come to fight. He wanted to do a lot of wrestling, holding, and everything else. I really had never seen too much of that guy fight. I don't know if he always fight like that, because man, he looked terrible. I don't know how he won that fight against Navarrete, but he looked terrible. I didn't get to see that fight. From what I seen, his skill level, man, is not up to par. He's definitely not on the level of a Lomachenko or a Tank or any of those guys. He might have got lucky against Navarrete. Navarrete must have had a bad night. I don't know. But he just, from what I seen, man, the man did not look that good. And Keyshawn Davis was still able to go out there and shine. BLK Prime, folks. I'm going to tell y'all this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. BLK Prime need to be ashamed of themselves. That $5.99, listen, the whole channel together ain't worth $1.99. You went out there, you played with people's emotions. It took forever to get the fight started. You had them people fighting in the shed. You had the light bill, man, was due. I guess y'all paid it right there while it was going on. I don't know what was going on with that. People couldn't see, fighting in the dark. I mean, the whole production was garbage. Pure garbage. You understand what I'm saying? I could have put on a better show than that. I don't know. They didn't put $10,000 behind that whole production. I'm telling you. If whatever they made off that $5.99, they probably pocketed everything. Cause that was a $5,000 production at best. They pocketed all the money, man, Pride. You know I ain't lying, Pride. That was terrible, man. It was terrible. He said you fell asleep before I could put my $6 in. Hey, Margaret, you ain't missed nothing. You didn't miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Greg Hackett. Shout out to Brian, Norman, man. Salute. It was 2 older guys, past their prime. They went out there and they did their thing. I do respect it because, you talk a lot. You hear a lot of this talking on the internet, but people never backing it up and never willing to get in the ring and put up a shut up. So I respect what they done. Greg Hackett was trying to get Southpaw. He wanted to fight him. And Brian Norman wanted Timothy Bradley. And that's the fight I wish they would have had put on. I wish they could have got Southpaw TV to take that contract that they sent to him, man. That would have been nice. Greg Hackett and them sent Southpaw contract, BLK Prime. He turned it down. A lot of people don't know that. They just let you know about people get on there talking and, man, they real cowards. You know what I'm saying? They cowards. Market Dan said they didn't even pay for the light. No, they ain't pay the light bill, man. Then I thought one time they had a man versus woman fight going on. Listen, I have never seen, I'm telling you, I've been watching boxing 42 years, man. I have never seen anything that bad in my life that I can recall. I've never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they was at a nightclub or I heard somebody, I think it was a club because they said bring the buckets back to the bar. I'm talking about, man, it was so much crazy stuff going on. Man, yeah. He said they probably had to come in with some strip lights from Home Depot. They had to. But you're not putting me in the dog, man. I was not fighting a dog. And then they was so, I'm talking about that type of style, crowd right there. People had to have their hands on their wallet, on their hand on their pistol. Man, it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But, everybody got paid, man. Greg Haggard and them got paid. I ain't mad at them. But don't never allow nobody to have you fighting in a nightclub, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen a stripper pole, you know what I'm saying? It was right there with the ring. I think it was a stripper pole up under the ring. Then I don't know who the judges was. I don't know, man. But that was the worst production in the history of boxing. And listen, it was too much crazy going on, Market Dan. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have felt comfortable in there. I want to go to a fight and feel like I'm at a fight. I don't want to go to a fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I'm at the fight, but I feel like I might have to shoot somebody to make my way out the fight. You know what I'm saying? That was like being in the jungle. I never seen nothing like that. Hey, BLK Prime, boy. Who owned BLK Prime? Can anybody find out who owned BLK Prime? I need to have a talk with them. BVO, that's who you need to be trying to get. We need to have a conversation with whoever owns BLK Prime. I want you to get them on there, BVO, and I want you to turn me loose. I don't want you to tell me, hey, be nice to the guests. Let me have them. I got a whole lot to say to the people that own that, man, that own BLK Prime. They're not going to like me. They're not going to like me. Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Blue Blood, I told them last night that Blue Blood part owner, they told me no. You said I mentioned fights at the YMCA had better production. Man, hey, Pride. Real talk. I've seen some backyard fights that look better than that. Had better lighting and stuff. Backyard brawls. Them productions back in the day with what was my guy that passed away, Kimbo Slice and stuff. I would have rather have seen that, man. You know what I'm saying? Then they had dude, I know one dude had on his belt, he had on some Cobra boots. They had the camera down his boots. I don't know where them boots come from. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody took his boots and then put them together. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for them people, man. Them people probably got $50 a piece. You know what I'm saying? To be on the undercard. $50 a piece. JG, you right. Sounds like the Armory. Yeah, the Armory down in Dixon would have been much better. Man, you see them boots, Brian? When they had that camera on that man boots, they done it on purpose, man. They had to do that man like that, man. You don't put the camera on nobody's boots, man, like that, knowing that them boots is not up to par. I don't know what they was. Cobra, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have no name on them, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to my guys, man, once again. Yeah, Cobra, them with Cobra boots. I seen the Cobra on them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is them? It was no name. It was just a picture of like a Cobra head on the boot. So, I really didn't like that, man. BLK Prime is terrible. We know that it's got to, listen, I'm trying to think it was a rap company back, Kosh Records, I think it was. Whatever it was, that's what BLK Prime remind me of. Yeah, the boots were crazy work, Prize. Crazy work. BLK Prime remind me of Kosh. You're the bottom of the barrel. If Blue Blood owned any part of that, he need to be ashamed of himself. And I'm going to have a conversation with him today, but I'm going to hit him up in a minute. He might not inbox me back out to live with him, but I got to ask him what were they thinking with this production? Was this a quick money grab? Who got paid? I would like to know the purses of Greg Haggard and Brian Norman. What did they make? Because it wasn't no more. You know what I'm saying? It might have been 100 people in there. You know what I'm saying? If the fight $5.99, it might have been we probably the only people that ordered the fight. We the only damn fools. We the only damn fools that paid that $5.99. I don't like stealing fights, but there was a fight right there that should have been stolen. If anybody stole that fight last night, I'm not mad at you, and you done right. You know what I'm saying? You done right to steal it. Yeah, y'all, man. I don't want to keep thinking about them boots, Prize. Them damn boots, man, were terrible. And that dude will forever be scarred behind that. You understand what I'm saying? They scarred that man with them boots, man. Then somebody looked like they had on some velvet robe, shorts. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everything, man. Yeah, definitely. We had to support Brian and Greg. So let me take that back about the stealing. Because they wouldn't have they got their bag. And I'm hoping they are getting something off the back end. Now, if they didn't get nothing off the back end and got their little front, steal it. You understand what I'm saying? Steal it. But that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad they got out there. Nobody got hurt. I heard, you know what I'm saying, they had a good time to get after the fight. And that's all it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that, man, if they're putting on them, listen, if they putting on those type of productions, man, what can we do? We can get together ourselves, put our money together, man, and put together a better show than that. You know what I'm saying? He said you get what you pay for, right? Free. I'm sitting there talking about them Cobra boots dude had on last night in this BLK Prime production, my guy. You know what I'm saying? The worst production that I've ever seen. And we need to put our money together and we can get a card, man. We can do our own thing. If they allowing this type of stuff to go on in boxing now. You understand what I'm saying? $5.99. I done exactly what Free done, man. I ordered the fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you right. Hey, Free, you were right. Man, we can do our own production, man. And enough, man. We got to come together and put on a card and start making money. That's what we need to do, man, on the real. We need to start promoting fights and doing stuff like that, man, because it's not hard to get these fighters. You know what I'm saying? I could have paid everybody last night out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Greg and Brian made last night of the fight. But man, I know the undercard. I could have paid them out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I could have gave everybody $50 a piece, and they would have been happy. They probably got free. I'm sure they got the bar. It was a club, so drinks were free last night. So everybody that fought last night probably got free drinks. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? The bar was on them. You know what I'm saying? They got free drinks all night. You say I'm already looking into it, and I have been for a while now. Well, man, bro, listen, Free. One thing about it, scared money don't make no money, my brother. If you find something for us to do, let me know, because I'm willing to put in my money. You know what I'm saying? Free they subscribe, then unsubscribe. Yeah, Prize. I done the same thing. I subscribe and then unsubscribe. But Prize, BVO, all of y'all guys, Market, damn, man, we need to come together, man, and really look into having our own card, man, and hosting some fights and doing something big in this boxing world. And I think it's a great opportunity out there. And last night, BLK Prime let me know that, man, if they can do it, I can do it. Because I can guarantee you, there wasn't $10,000 put into that last night. It wasn't, man. And who knows what they made, man? What did they make off the back end? You know what I'm saying? They probably made good money off that $5.99. You know what I'm saying? Man, they probably got, man, that fight might have got, let's say for instance, 5,000 people watched that fight at $5.99. Well, you ain't pay your fighters no more than about $6,000-$7,000 at the most, you know what I'm saying, all together. And I'm talking about, you know, Greg and Brian made, I don't know what they made. Somebody tell me, have anybody heard what they got paid for that? Because, you know what I'm saying, it was an undisclosed amount of money. But I need to see, they usually put out how much you make. I want to see what they made. And I might just have to ask Greg. I'm going to be like, I ain't trying to get in your business, brother. But if you didn't make a lot on there, I definitely know we can get Greg Hackett on the card. We can get, man, there's plenty of little fighters we can get on the card, man, to fight, man, and have our own card and have it somewhere, man. But we ain't going to do that in no club, folks. We got to have to get a real building, man. I pay money to rent a building now. I would not allow, man, my fighters, you know what I'm saying, or our fighters to be in there with no lights, man, fighting in the dark, because, man, we're going to be liable for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of insurance they had on the building or whatever, but I think the smoke detector was broke. Doug said the VIP seat was 2,000. What? 2,000? Where was the VIP seat at? I would have had to sit in the ring for $2,000. Man, I ain't lying. Ask Doug where was the VIP seat at. Like, was it? Because, man, everybody looked like it was a VIP seat. Wouldn't that mean everybody was close? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was 2 racks, balcony, on the balcony. Hey, Free, did the balcony have wooden, what's named up under there holding it up? Or did it have metal? I've been scared sitting in the balcony. No. VIP. Yeah, very ignorant people, JG. Very ignorant people if you pay VIP in there. I would, man, you're not going to make me pay $2,000 to sit in there. You know what I'm saying? You're not. I'm not going to sit in the VIP. You could have sit anywhere. The bar might have been VIP. You know, this being real, man, I'm so happy, man, that my guys got to do their thing and Greg and them got paid and got some money. But at the same time, I just think the production of BLK Prime, like, that was like a spur of the moment thing. To me, it was a lack of respect for them. It was a lack of respect for Greg and Brian and the other fighters, because you was willing to put them anywhere. You didn't even care about where they fought at. You was more concerned with just housing all the money. And I feel like that's what went on. I feel like somebody got paid a lot of money or made a lot of money last night off of these guys in their production. Doug said the average ticket price was $60. Okay, fight $60. So we're gonna say it's right there, folks. I'm gonna say I want to ask Dub how many people he think was in there. Because if you had 100 people in there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, think about it. That's, man, what, $6,000 right there? Okay. Then if you take that now, you got the VIP who say how many people in VIP. So we're gonna say they made $10,000 off the door. That's $10,000 off the door right there. Give or take. Then $5.99, you know what I'm saying? Per subscriber. Let's say if they done 400 or 500 subscribers off this fight last night. Somebody pocketed. Probably around 200 people were in there free. Okay, so free, what we gonna say they made then, free? You think they made 12,000 off the door? Y'all think they made 12,000 off the door last night? Cause I'm just trying to see from what we seen, man. That building couldn't have cost no more. I'm telling y'all right now. Probably paid $1,500 to rent the venue. We're gonna say $1,500 for a venue like that. You know what I'm saying? I done rented plenty of venues, and I'm just gonna put a number on that one. I went way better venues than that for $1,500, but it's in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say that they paid $1,500 for that venue. Those people came away pretty nice, man. They came away good. I don't know if Blue Bloods part owner, I mean, does he own 50% of it or what? But I'm gonna say they might have made clear last night. They probably put out. Greg might have got, I don't know. Y'all think Greg Hackett and Brian Norman made $5,000-$10,000 a piece last night? That's the question, you know what I'm saying, that I have. Did they make that type of money last night, 5,000-10,000? They might have got paid decent, you know what I'm saying? So if they made 5,000-10,000, I'm gonna say, man, BLK Prime them cleared, man, $100,000, man. And if we can clear 100, you say more than that, okay. Well, if you think they cleared, you think Prize did they got 20,000? You think either one of them made 20,000? That's the question. Did they make 20,000? Them undercard fighters, man, we know them with $200 and $300 fights at best. So I'm saying right now, y'all, that I feel like BLK Prime cleared $100,000 last night. Okay, I'll say they cleared $100,000 easy last night. Cause I would love to see Free. Okay, Free said they got about 4,000. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking, Free, too, myself. You said they got about 4. I was thinking it was a person around there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like $4,000-$5,000. You know what I'm saying? So if that's together 8,000, you know what I'm saying? Take your undercard fighters, they probably got 500 apiece. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a guess. There's some good money involved in this promotion, man. We need to get into this, y'all. This is something that we as a team need to do. We need to really think about it because I think, man, it's gonna be some good money to split. And I believe that we can put on some better fights. You know, I think we can get a better undercard. Yeah, man, you can get these fighters right now that's young and upcoming, that's not making a lot in the ring. And man, put them on them cards, man. We can get some real action in there. You know what I'm saying? And we can be able to pay and make sure these fighters got the right equipment, their boots and everything is intact. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure that they have everything they need, good gloves. Man, yeah. When you find it, Free, that's your cup of tea. When you find this, man, let's get into it. I know we got to get together, man. I'm ready for this All-Star game tonight. I can't wait to see it happen. I'm hoping that we have a better All-Star game than we had last year, folks. We know they've changed up a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? There's more Free cup of tea when it comes down. He knows what all they changed. I couldn't tell you, but they're doing stuff to make it better. I did watch that dunk contest last night. Mac McClung, Mac McClung, man, when you think about it, 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? You say it was trash. Yeah. Mac McClung's not even in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I think he's in the G League. I think he did win MVP of the G League one time. 6'2", can jump out the gym. And that was with two guys with somewhat unknown outside of Brian Norman Sr. Right. You're right about that. I think what did help them too, though, because it's Greg Hackett has a nice following on these, on social media. Greg Hackett has a nice social media following, and Brian Norman, you know what I'm saying, we know what he does. So it did help their fight, and I think that's why they were able to make money. They might have done 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers last night. You never know. And at $5.99, that's not a lot to pay. You understand what I'm saying? You think about it when people hear $5.99 for a fight, click. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a lot of money there. That's the one thing that they got advantage over. If you being able to have a streaming service or something that people can watch it on, that's big right there because there's a lot of money they're making off that BLK Prime name. You know what I'm saying? If we had something like that, where we had subscribers and stuff, where we could stream something, if it's no more than a YouTube channel, we think, to be honest with you, if you get the right production and you do it right, you can stream it to your YouTube. There could be a lot of money in that right there. You know what I'm saying? There a lot of money. Everybody streaming it to their channels and we hosting fights and stuff. Man, we could do real great, man. There's all kind of ways to make money with that game right there. And I've been thinking about it for a minute too, Free. You know what I'm saying? Just putting some money into, fighting and stuff. BVO had hollered at me before about promoting somebody, and I'm definitely with it, man. I'm definitely looking to get a fighter or two, you know what I'm saying, and put some money, but and make some money in the world of boxing. Man, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. And at 4:30, I will see y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is CDK with Sports Talk Nation. You know what I'm saying? Love, life, and loyalty all the time, man. Stay loyal. You know what I'm saying? Love your life, and everything gonna be all right. I'm out. Yep, we can do. Yep. Before I go, we can do on YouTube with BVO being monetized. Yes, we can. That's what I was talking about. Free. We got to do this, man. We got to do it, man. Peace, pride. I see y'all at 4:30, but we're gonna talk about this more behind the scenes. Definitely, y'all.